All righty. Good morning, Pastor Johnson here over in Trinity, Manila, and good morning to Zion Manning as well, and anybody else who might be watching. I think we had some Coon Rapids people watching the other day. So, good morning to everybody, and happy Easter. I hope your day yesterday was great. It was gorgeous here. Kirk, was it great where you were at too,
Yeah,
weather-wise?
it was. We just had wonderful temperatures and very little heavy winds, so it really was a nice day. Good
Yep.
day to be outside.
And speaking of outside, Kirk, you come from Camp Okoboji, current director. How long have you been doing that?
Just starting my third year
Okay. Okay.
or fourth year, finishing my
Very
third, starting my fourth.
okay. Very good. Very good. So that said, what is Camp Okoboji?
Camp Okoboji is an outdoor ministry. Um, it shares the love of Christ through the outdoors and utilizing God's creation to do that. We are a registered service organization of the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod, and we kind of fill the church camp role in Iowa District West.
Sure. And uh, how long has Camp Okoboji been going?
Camp Okoboji is 80 years old.
Okay.
In 1940, no, 1940, the founding fathers, there were five of them that had the foresight to purchase camp, and it has grown and developed since that time. Was started as just simply a summer camp, and now we have year-round activities and programs that we do.
Absolutely. And because of COVID, obviously lots of things were canceled, but you guys are anticipating um, uh, being in full gear this summer. Is that right?
That's correct. We canceled everything except our family ministry portion of camp last year, and we're gearing up to have a full regular season this year. We did have our first camp, a retreat earlier this year, and that was well received, and I think we're moving forward looking for a good year, anticipating maybe a little smaller numbers, but looking forward to regaining the program scheduling.
Absolutely. So what would be a sample of some of the camps you are offering?
Let's see. Probably it's best for everybody to understand if I kind of go through the progression for you. We kind of gear all along so that we can continue to build and grow our camps. We start off with a kids camp in the first part of June, which is a camp that um, kindergarten through second graders come to, and they actually come with a parent or a grandparent that stays with them for the camp. This gives them a chance to be introduced to camp without that fear of being left alone and the scare of not having anybody that they know. So that first couple years of opportunity is with a parent or a guardian or a grandparent. Then we go to Cub Weeks, which is grades 3 through 5, and it's a week-long camp that they stay at by themselves. Usually have approximately, let's see, say 10 to 15 in a cabin, and they make new friends and do activities and learn about Jesus. Then after Cub Week, they progress into Junior High Week, which is grades 6 through 8, and that gets a little more intense and a little more heavy in the devotions and study and time like that. And then finally progress to the youth week, which is the high school age kids, and then that gets even more intense. But all good and really just a lot of fun and a great way to learn about Christ and salvation for the kids. And then after they complete youth week, their actual camping opportunities are essentially done, except moving into family ministries and things like that. But we do like to encourage them as they leave youth camp to become our volunteer counselors for a week of following camps and or to become summer staff and work for us then during the summer after they've finished their camping progression. So we try to structure it so that they grow each year and can continue to come back over and over again.
So as you've seen kids go through camp, what are some of the impacts you're seeing?
Obviously, to me, the greatest impact is when we actually have a camper that will bring a guest, or a camper that comes that has not heard of Jesus and the love of Jesus. And we have actually had times at the end of a week where a camper will ask to be baptized. And that's really, really neat. We love that to happen, and it's just wonderful. Other impacts that we see is from the beginning of the week to the end of the week, you can actually see substantial growth in confidence level, in knowledge level, building relationships and becoming friends. I laugh, but it's kind of funny. I tell the story that many times we will have kids that come to camp when their parents are dropping them off, that they cry because the parents are leaving. But by the end of the week, they cry because their parents are coming back to pick them up. So you know that it has an impact, and that's just a neat way of showing it.
Absolutely. And camp is not just for kids, but when you go to your website, there are so many opportunities for people to serve, including adults. Can you talk about how you can serve at camp?
Sure. We utilize a lot of volunteers as one. We have every spring and every fall, we have a volunteer weekend. And those are times where in the spring we prepare camp for the summer season, and in the fall we prepare camp to go through the winter. They can do anything from raking leaves, yard work, to minor repairs, to picnic tables, to cleaning cabins, to shingling, to doing siding, painting, just lots and lots of opportunities to volunteer in that way. Particularly for the kids that have just finished the camping structure, as I mentioned, the volunteer coordinators, counselors, people that actually help us put on camp. We do have on every first Sunday of the month during the summer season, we have an omelet brunch, and we use volunteers to operate that and put that on. Usually we have anywhere from 250 to 300 people that come through. So it takes a few volunteers. We do have a volunteer coordinator, and she maintains a list of volunteers that has identified kind of the skill set that they feel most comfortable with, and she will contact people as we need volunteers to help us with various things. You can have an opportunity to run for the board of directors if you so desire. The auxiliary is a part of the camp, and they do some annual fundraisers to support projects and stuff at camp. You can become a part of the auxiliary. So yeah, there's just really lots and lots of things to volunteer at. We tell people that if you have interest in volunteering, just contact us, because we have things that we can have you come up and do, and we'll give you a list of things that you can pick from. It can be just simply hours at a time, or if you want to come and stay for a couple, 3-4 days, we'll provide the housing and meals for your stay while you volunteer.
Great, great. Well, like any ministry, church, organization, whatever, there's always challenges to doing it. Are there any challenges for Camp Okoboji?
Sure. There's multiple challenges. Probably the biggest one that I think about in terms of camp ministry is to, in today's world, to create that message and share the impact of what camp can mean to somebody who comes and attends camp. Getting that word out that there are some huge opportunities at camp to be taken advantage of, and sharing that. Obviously, as every ministry knows, cash flow can be a struggle at times. Finding summer staff can be a difficulty at times. finding volunteer counselors can be a difficulty at times. And while I think of it, I'll mention that volunteer counselors don't necessarily have to be those kids that have finished the structured growth program. It can be adults if they feel the need to come in and would like to volunteer.
Great. Yeah. So essentially, like most any other ministry in terms of challenges. Cool. And during the winter, is camp available?
Yeah, we have what we call family ministry cabins, which are essentially like homes. They're heated, they have bedrooms, kitchen, living room. They're essentially homes that we have available during the winter. We utilize them some for some of our winter retreats, and those we have the large group facilities, Bethel Retreat Center and Joppa, that are available during the winter, and those house most of our retreats. The family ministry, if you look for, oh golly, we have a lot of ice fishermen that come and stay with us during the winter. We have people that just like to go out and do winter recreation things. Golly, skiing, sledding, those things are available. We have the winter games that we always participate in, except last year, obviously, because of COVID. But Camp Okoboji during winter games is one of the few places that really advertises and puts out the message that we do family-oriented activities. So it's one of the probably better family opportunities during the winter games.
Very good. Well, Kirk, we really appreciate your time this morning, and excited that you guys get to do stuff this summer. And I'm sure you guys are getting prepped and stoked for that. And we're really, really excited for you. But again, thank you for your time, and thank you for what you do up at Camp Okoboji. So.
I thank you too for the opportunity. It's as I say, getting the message out. I love to share Camp Okoboji, and I appreciate the opportunity that you give us to do that through your interview and online ministry. So thank you very, very much.
You're so welcome. As we wrap up, Trinity people, I will be away this Saturday, but Pastor Riggert will be covering Saturday 4 p.m. and of course worship at Zion 9 a.m. Confirmation kids or confirmation families. We're getting close to confirmation, but we still have class in between now and then. So we'll see you on Wednesday at 4 p.m. So everybody, the Lord be with you, and thank you so much.